what is the FSSAI provision around adulteration? Yes, they have a good job in defining what is a pure coconut oil. They have listed on 8 different parameters. There is parameters are refractive index, specific gravity, acid value, or FFA, 3 fatty acid. Acid value is 2 times FFA, which determines the quality of oil. So if it is from good quality copra, the FFA will be lower. Iodine value, which tells the degree of saturation in oil. The saponification value, how easily the soap is formed from it. Then there are other tests like test of mineral oil, peroxide value, flash point, the availability of hexane. There is a solvent used in solvent extraction in it. We can just give a coconut oil sample that is doubtful to us to a NABL accredited laboratory that is specialized in oil testing and ask them to perform tests on various parameters, and based on the detection we can, based on the values derived through testing, we can detect the adulteration in it. I encourage the consumers to do this. For some of the tests like iodine value, it may cost about 200 to 250 rupees. To do all the tests together, it will cost up to 5,000 rupees in a standard laboratory. But it is worth doing it for our own health. Now, the provision of FSSAI, every manufacturer or a packer has to get FSSAI license, and he is subjected to the rules and guidelines of FSSAI, Food Safety Standards Authority of India. We have to periodically test our sample and make sure that it falls within the acceptable range for among different parameters. They don't only trust us, they also do their own surveillance. They take random samples from the market, they go to the retailer, purchase about 4 packets of doubtful coconut oil from the retailer with the bill. That is, it gives the traceability, that is from the manufacturer to the distributor to the retailer and then to the FSSAI authority, food inspector. So this is the proof of having purchased from the retail outlet. They take 4 samples. One sample they give it to CFDRI laboratory, which is there in Mysore. They test along the various parameters and then they give their report. Based on this report, depending on how it falls within the parameters and then the valid ranges, then they classify the oil into 3 types, which is safe, substandard, and unsafe. So if it is fine, then it is safe. If if it is not within the parameter range, then it can be classified into 2 ways, that is safe, unsafe, and substandard. If it is unsafe, it can be dangerous to consume. It can cause serious health risk. For example, if it is blended with LLP, light liquefied paraffin, it can be dangerous. Whereas if it is blended with palm kernel oil or coconut testa oil or refined coconut oil, it is not dangerous, but it is not coconut oil, but it is substandard. So this is the classification. Based on this classification, they impose different penalties. The penalties can be up to 5 lakhs for unsafe coconut oil, and it can be 10 lakhs plus 6 months of imprisonment in case the coconut oil the mixture is classified as unsafe. If the food inspector has done this testing wrongly or has interpreted it wrongly and has given a wrong notice, so the manufacturers can fight back. They have another sample, they can give it to a common laboratory and they can fight in the court of law. So that's why the 4 samples have been collected. Now, this enforcement is not very strong, so that's why we see a lot of adulteration. There are some instances where in Kerala, where coconut oil is the main cooking oil, it is their identity, and where FSSAI sometimes has taken very strict measures in testing all the oil samples that are all the coconut oil brands, and have actually banned several brands from the market. I wish a similar exercise is carried out in coastal Karnataka also. The consumers have access to good, safe coconut oil for their consumption.